What is up, War Robots community? This is Rishon bringing you more War Robots on the inside. Now, today we're going to be talking about the 10 best robots in War Robots currently. So, let's just get into this. Now, the first one on the list is the Leech robot. Now, I have several reasons for this. I'm going to tell you right now. So, the Leech, its ability is insane to begin with because it gives you 90% resistance. Plus, anybody who deals damage to you get, I think, 30% of that damage back to them. So if somebody is shooting at you while you're in this resistance mode, you automatically deal damage to somebody else without doing anything. Now that is just awesome. Plus, the Leech Robot is fast. It holds 4 medium slots, which is basically this dock right here. 4 medium slots, but they all shoot at once, which is completely amazing. I think that's amazing. I don't know about you. Okay, so that's for the Leech Robot. And as you can tell, I'm actually playing and talking about this right now, so it's kind of hard for me. But no, nonetheless, we've got at the number 2 spot. Now the first one is a Leech. I told you why. The number 2 spot. We've got, in my opinion, the Ravena. Now the Ravena robot is, I think, one of the most insane robots in this game because of its ability to a built-in phase shift. Basically, it's basically a built-in phase shift, and it has 3 of these in charges. So that what is going on with all of these Cossacks? All the jumping robots. Come on, dude. I've just got dudes protecting me all around. Look at this again. What is this? Who is this guy? I just died. Anyhow, the Ravena. 3 chargers. Look at it's right here. 3 chargers of built-in phase shift. Plus, look at that. That's the phase shift there. He can't take any damage while in that mode. He just used the 3 there, and then is going to rush this person. I'm gonna help him here a little bit. Boom. Plus, it has a hefty amount of health, and the phase shift gives it a speed boost, which is pretty amazing. So, plus you can put the module phase shift on there, which means you have 4. So, that's it for the Ravena. In third place, we have got. Just waiting for the beacon here. In third place, we have got, in my opinion, the Phantom. The Phantom, as you know, is literally a phantom. It can move, it can teleport from place to place. And when it like, let's say I am the Phantom right now. If I activate my ability here, you will see a little white ghostly thing appear right there. And I walk over here. Obviously, it's faster than me. I walk over here and I'm taking damage. But while in this mode, you have resistance. I don't know how much exactly, but you have resistance. Oh no, an Ares. How nice. It's relatively weak. Relatively soft also. I'm gonna help him. Right. So I just said the Phantom. It has the resistance while in the mode, And if you're taking too much damage, you can teleport back to the place where you put the ghostly white thing. I don't know what they call it, but that's kind of awesome in my opinion if you ask me. Now, that was the third robot. We're going on to the fourth robot in this list. We have got the Ares. This monster right here. You have two medium slots, which is the Punisher T and the Molo T, and we got two light slots, which are those two things on top you're firing, and four built-in weapons. As you can see, all that firepower just went into that Titan there. It's amazing. This robot is absolutely amazing, but the downfall of it is that when the shield goes down, it's pretty soft. It's a very, very soft robot. Yeah, I think he's dead now. But that's that. So, the Ares, not only do the weapons come up, but there's a built-in shield called an Absorber Shield. It's purple. Don't shoot into it if you see it. You'll just be charging up the built-in weapons more and more and more. So, that's the Ares. And in the number 5 spot, we have got the Hades. Now, the Ares and the Hades sound similar to each other because they are. The Hades also has a built-in weapon, but comes under because the Ares has twice the amount of weapons the Hades can carry. The Hades has a big boom cannon, and the Ares has 4 built-in weapons, but the boom cannon is pretty impressive. It's very, very strong. So, another Ravana here. 3 medium slots, by the way. So, the Hades holds 3 a light slot and 2 medium slots, together with the boom cannon. I call it the boom cannon because it does a relatively large amount of damage, and it only fires 3 times. So if you miss a huge chunk of damage, which makes no sense in my opinion. We still got people left on the battlefield. Titan 1, Titan 2, and Titan 3. And a Ravana over there. Now that thing is going to be so annoying. It's just going to keep run. He spawned in the Inquisitor. What a nice thing there. He has to run, or he's gonna die. So right, we have got the Leech in first place. Second place is it's not the Phantom, I think. Wow, guys, I'm forgetting my list. Anyhow, Hades comes 5th. Now the 6th place robot we have got here. Let me see the list. Okay, the 6th place robot is the Aeojun. This powerful thing has 2 heavy weapon slots. 2 heavy weapon slots. Yes, you heard that right. That means it can hold a lot of damage. A lot. So you fire these 2 weapon slots, and the ability, it can fly. It can breathe fire, as I would call it. It has a built-in flamethrower. And well, let's just say the flame has a damage over time kind of thing, because it does have that. It literally does. We're jumping into domination here, and they call it dot damage. So I'm gonna call it that too. It sounds cool. So when it flies, it also gains stealth, which means you can't lock onto it unless you have the quantum radar module on there. So that's pretty awesome. It flies, it breathes fire, it fires 2 heavy weapons, and it has stealth while in the ability. But while on the ground, it's vulnerable to everything, I must say. Nothing to protect it. So, That's the sixth place. Now, the seventh place robot on this list is the Ao Guang. Now, the Ao Guang is a remarkable robot holding three medium slots, and yes, it has built in rocket launchers. It has built in rocket launchers. That's totally awesome. But the rockets aren't like the Nemesis. It's lock on rocket launchers that don't do much damage, but they do damage. They call it Dragon Fangs. Now, when it flies, it does not gain stealth, but it gains resistance. And this resistance holds can protect it against a lot of things. Just trying to kill him here, got him out of the way. That's nice. It holds resistance. You gain resistance when you fly, you can fire your weapons, and you fire two extra missiles coming out, I think, every second. So that's pretty cool. Now that's the, I think, the seventh robot. Now we got the eighth robot, the Nemesis. Of course, that had to be here on this list. Now the Nemesis is also one of the best in my it is one of the best in my opinion, because of the remarkable ability of the same absorber shield we've been talking about with the Hades and stuff like that. Make him use a shield? No, he isn't. And you every time you shoot this shield, it charges the ability. I mean, it charges the built-in weapons, and the built-in weapons then have the capacity to do more and more damage the more damage you do to the absorber shield. Now, get this straight: the absorber shield can hold infinite damage. It can't be taken out of the robot unless disabled. Unless the robot is dead, if you want to call it that. So, that's that for the eighth robot. The Nemesis, obviously. So, we've got the ninth robot on this oh my god list. The ninth robot on this list, believe it or not, is the Spectre. You heard me right, the Spectre. For its unbelievable firepower, I must say. Now, it's a kind of old school robot, I must say, because it can't hold as much firepower. Well, it holds a lot of firepower, the same as the Leech, but the ability isn't that impressive, to say the least. I'm gonna jump in with the Griffin. Its ability, it jumps, yes, like a Griffin, but it gains stealth when in the air and sometimes a little bit on the ground. We've got Taurons like rain over here. The Ravana's gonna rush in and take that beacon. Oh, how nice. There's a kid over there. Right. We've got the Night Robot, the Spectre. Now we've got, in 10th place, the Mercury. Now, if you haven't heard of the Mercury, you're not playing that game that long. You're not playing the game that long. Because the Mercury is an awesome robot. What the hell is this? This is a Lancelot. Completely avoided death there. He's phase shifting. The Mercury, as I was saying. One medium slot, two light slots. No, one heavy slot, two light slots. And it's totally awesome, I must say. Oh, you're kidding me, right? Okay. So the Mercury has the ability. Yes, it jumps up in the air. I think. No, it doesn't gain stealth, I think. I'll check that in a moment. And when it lands on the ground, it has an explosion. It emits an explosion kind of thing. It emits an explosion. An explosion does a remarkable amount of damage. It's unbelievable how much damage it does. Infinite lists. Now, the reason that there are some old school robots in this list, don't be surprised about it. And I'm dead. Don't be surprised about it. Because these robots, they are not much meta robots, I must say. The weapons make the robot meta. If you run all the robots in this game raw, like with no weapons at all, like you're just a walking piece of metal, the things that will win are the things that have built-in damage producers. Things like the Ares, which are truly meta. The Ares, Hades, Nemesis, Hellburner, Mercury, stuff like that. You can't run a Ravana and say, oh, I'm gonna win this thing, I have no weapons on it. That's okay, I have no weapons on it. You can't do that. It's not it's not that. No, this thing is pretty soft. And you just can't do that. It wouldn't work because you have no weapons to deal extra damage with. The Ravana just runs around in phase shift. Things that would win are the Mercury, Hellburner, stuff like that, but the Hellburner isn't here because of its lack of firepower and because of the fact that the built-in damage ability does damage to itself also, which is not pretty nice, I must say. So, and we're taking back the match here right now. So that's it for the 10 robots, top 10 robots in War Robots currently. Yes, the video was kind of weird and scrappy. I couldn't remember some of the robots. But you all know the top 10 robots right now, and that's what matters. I didn't say Fusion because it stands still while firing and has the energy shield, which can be bypassed very easily. And it's just not nice. Plus, I like the stove thing on the Titan, but I didn't include Titans because they're completely overpowered. They would have been the top 3 robots, I must say. But then, okay. Okay, I've got a list of honorable mentions just given to me here. Honorable mentions are the Behemoth. Wow. Okay. That's a weird honorable mention because the ability is siege mode. It doesn't do a lot. Don't know why they put that there. Just doesn't do a lot. Okay, so we got the Behemoth. Let's go into the store and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Store. So yes, all these robots are here, but they have no good abilities. Things like the Carnage. Up to here, it's like the Aoquin is not that nice. I'll tell you that now. Raven double jump nice. Raker, Hellburner, Bulgazari, Ao Guang. One of the top 10. I didn't put Cerberus in here because of its lack of health. Plus Blackout isn't that much of an ability, I must say. It's a fun robot, but you have to know how to run it. Falcon isn't here because Fang's out drops its resistance and is pretty easy to kill after that. Mercury. This is what I'm talking about. The ability Helldive. Robot activates stealth. Okay, stealth. And then jumps. He can interrupt flight at any time and dash towards the ground, dealing damage to all enemies across the landing point. Stealth is active during flight and 5 seconds after landing. The cooldown is 18 seconds. So you can see that it's a pretty powerful robot, I must say. And you all know the Nemesis, the Ares, the Spectre, things like this. The Behemoth at level 1 has 130,000 health, which is why it's called that. The Phantom is here. Okay, so we've got the first place, Leech, Phantom. Got a lot of things here. I think the third was the Ares. No, I don't think so. Wait a minute. The ability name is Retribution here. And on the Nemesis, it's Retribution here. The Hades is also Retribution. Okay, I didn't know they were all called the same. Now we have the old school robots. All of these robots here are pretty much old school. If you want to run any, go ahead. But the best robots are the one that's Meta. Now I've got a kind of surprise for you all here. I pause the video and I'll be right back to show you the surprise. So if you want to know what's going on, I'm completing this watch the video and get the reward for 5 platinum. You might all be saying, but it's just 5 platinum. You'll see why in a minute. Boom, we've got the other 5 platinum. Now get. Now look at my platinum. What do you see there? You see 450, right? Now look at this. How much is the Arthur for? 450, baby. I'm gonna get this thing immediately. Boom. Look at this. We have just bought the Arthur. This thing is insane. Oh my god. Look at this. God, 2 shields, 928 health each shield, which is insane. 3 weapons fire all at the same time on top. This robot is insane. It's totally insane. Wow, we've just got the Titan Arthur. Look how nice it looks in the back there. Totally tubular. Now if you want to see more of my content and you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I'll be eternally grateful for this. Plus, that's the end of this video. You have known the top 10 robots in War Robots currently. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for smashing the like button, and I'll see you in the next one.